Welcome to GRC. I'm back again, another racing video. I'll get back to my hobby videos and talk a bit more about my own stuff. In a week or so, I'm just going to try to churn through some of the New South Wales state titles. And I've got a lot of racing videos lately, but just because I've been to a couple of big races, and once I settle down into the club racing scene again, I'll be able to put out some just general videos on just my cars and my thoughts and what I'm doing, my setup and stuff. So yeah. These are pretty popular anyway. We're going to look at the two-wheel drive stock A-Main number 2 for the state titles that just went past. Before I start, let's have a look at some of the standings. This was the final standings of the first race. Big Brad Verco brought it home. He's on 1 point. Dave Warner, who's the top TQ, is 2. Dallas Gardner 3. And then you can see the whole line of people down that list. So if Brad Verco manages to win this one, he obviously wins the whole state titles. But we'll see whether Dave Warner's going to make another mistake like he did last time to let him get ahead. Pretty good race, this one. I'll come back at the end and we'll look at where we're at and see whether we need to look at race 3 or not. Before I do start the race, please subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up for the video to give me some support, and so I can build up a bit of a crowd and get this channel to do bigger and better things in the future. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think. And here is two-wheel drive stock A-Main number 2.
Okay, we're underway. Dallas got a little bit sideways through the chicane, but good clean driving. Everyone got through there. And we have Dave Warner in the lead, Dallas Gardner in second position, Brad Verco up in third. Dallas onto the pipe there, rejoined safely. That allows Brett Drayton to get himself up into third. Brad Verco up into second now. Dave and Brad fought it out for the first final. Dallas Carter squirrely off the triples there. He's lost a couple more spots.
Clear.
Chris Milton up in the 4th, Nathaniel White, then Dallas back in 6th now. Michael Snedden, Sam Sard, Simon Blaney and Darren Pryor. So the gap last time as they came by was 1.7 seconds between Dave and Brad. Have a look at it this time, still 1.7. Brett is a further 2 seconds back, then Chris is 1 second off him, then Nathaniel, Dallas and Michael.
After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Dave Warner in first place, followed by Brad Verco in second place, followed by Brett Drayton in third place.
So the top 2 have cleared out a little bit, and then there's a bit of a train, all sort of separated by 1 to 2 seconds each car, with Brett, Chris, Nathaniel, Dallas. Brad lucky there, back on his wheels, but he's lost a bit of touch now with Dave after that. We'll get the gap this time, 4 seconds, and we've got Brett Drayton all over the tail of Brad Verco at the moment. Battle for second position. Dave Warner now with a 4-second gap in front. A little tight there, we've gotten through, but that's also now put Chris Milton into this battle. So it's a 3-way fight for second place. Head through the hairpin. Chris shoves the nose down the inside, over the jumps, takes that 3rd spot away from Brett Drayton. Great move there as they headed over the jumps, nice and clean. Down the straight now. Brad Verco still holding on to second, but Chris Milton wants a piece of it. They head over the doubles, and Brad's had a bobble. He's gone back to 4th now. Chris Milton up into 2nd position. Brett Drayton's going along with him. They head now over the triples. Dave Warner all this time though, he's loving it. He's 6.5 seconds out in front.
3 minutes 1 second. The top drivers are Dave Warner in first place, followed by Brad Verco in second place.
And there's 1:50 to go in this race. Next race up is our two-wheel drive mod A-Main race. Those guys, and most of them already here, they know the deal. With 1:40 to go. Dave Warner leading. We'll check the gap this time. Chris Milton looks to be easing that gap out a little bit from Brett Drayton. The pressure's coming off a little bit. Still 6.8 seconds between the top two runners. Brett now 1.3 back in third. Brad Verco still in fourth. He's got close company there in the form of Michael Sneddon. And then Nathaniel White, Dallas Gardner, Darren Pryor. Brad's had another bobble. Very tight now between these guys. Check when they come across the loop. Michael is right behind, 0.3 of a second, and then Nathaniel's in there too. We've got a three-way fight now for fourth position. All the while, our leader, Dave Warner, I want to say cruising, but he's punching out some good lap times. Very smooth, 8 seconds in the lead now. Chris Milton, second place still. But he's still got Brett Drayton for close company. Last time by, they're only 0.9 apart. So second isn't quite resolved.
By Brett Drayton in third place.
And we've got 18 seconds to go, so I'd suggest most of these guys will be on their last lap.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Last lap, and here we go, Dave Warner.
Dave Warner done.
Takes the win in leg 2. Chris Milton holding on now. He heads down the hill and onto the straight for a second place.
Done.
Brett Drayton third. Caution on the straight.
Michael
Well
Smith
done.
Nathaniel White done. Darren Pryor done.
Okay, a couple more cars to finish.
Dallas Gardner done. Simon
All right, all
Fleming
done. Good work, driver.
Wow, what a cool race that was. Dave Warner basically led from start to finish and just showed his class, was just streaking away while the rest of the field kind of fought it out. Chris Milton, who was super quick all weekend, he's switched to X-Ray recently and has just gone nuts. So yeah, he got second place. Brett Drayton, really well, good result from him, getting third. Brad had a couple of wobbles in this one. I think the pressure of knowing a first place would have won him the state titles. Got to him a bit. Anyway, he came fourth, which is still steady. Michael Sneddon came in fifth, which is quite nice. And then my mate Simon Blaney managed to get past Sam Sard for ninth place. Good to see. So that's the placings for this. Now, obviously, it's still open because we've got two people, Dave Warner and Brad, who have wins. So looking at the current standings, this is what we've got. Warner's got a second and a first. Brad's got a first and a fourth on 5 points. So essentially, Dave Warner, Brad Verco, Chris Milton are all in the driver's seat. They've all got a second or a first. So if Chris wins this one, it'll be a tie count back if Brad or Dave comes second. So it's heaps of permutations. Dallas with a third needs a lot of things to go his way to get into it, to win it. But obviously he can get a place on the podium. So can Brett Drayton with an 8 and a 3. The 3 is crucial for him. He can get a place on the podium. So the top 5 are good podium chances, and the rest, pretty much, even Darren with a 5th in his first one, will struggle to get on the podium even if he wins this race. Perhaps if he wins it, he's got a chance. So we'll see how we go. That's race 3. But that's the end of race 2. I'll put race 3 out very soon. I'm going to try to do it quicker than the gap between 1 and 2. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, please press like if you do and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do a lot more variety coming up soon. I'm going to rebuild my Tamiya Sand Scorcher. I'm going to try to do some 1/8 racing at some stage soon as well. But I'm really keen to get back on the track for 1/10. I'm still having a break. There's no racing in Sydney this weekend. One of those months where it's the 5th, Sunday's the 5th Sunday of the month. So we only race on 1 to 4. So I would have probably liked to have a bit of a club race, but there's nothing on. So we'll see how we go. I'm going to try to get to ride next month. I haven't done that for a while. Now that state titles are over in Hills, I might give that a go. It'd be good to get some footage of a different track so I can show people overseas and outside of Sydney another track in Sydney. So I'll try to get out to ride it as soon as I can. But yeah, thanks for viewing the video. Hope you liked it, and speak to you soon. Peace.